This insert has made it into the video. That means that I'm aware of the following sound issues. To address them, it may be easier if you take your Bluetooth out and listen via radio, or I'm sorry, if you take your Bluetooth headphones out and connect it to a Bluetooth speaker and turn the volume up. I didn't realize there was a volume preset on this little mini camera, and so the volume had been decreased over time. Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Candid Talks with Tenn. This is episode 2. There's going to be a little bit of noise in the background. I got to love this chair. I'm going to be moving around in this chair, so y'all are going to be hearing sounds. I'm also relatively close to the road, so y'all may even hear cars pass by, but that's neither here nor there. So episode 1 got into, in the world of everyone wants to be a digital creator, is it healthy? Y'all can offer up y'all opinions on that. Y'all can drop something in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about that, right? But tonight's episode is, there's a lot of people with mental health issues pointing cameras at people's faces, right? So episode 1 and episode 2 ties together. I made it that way, or I tried to structure it that way on purpose so y'all would have something to follow, and then they'll eventually start changing, right? With each topic, it'll be something different. It's basically what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so I think this happens because I don't know. I feel like it's a fad in a sense. The same way, back in the day, the old folks used to say everybody wants to be a rapper. Well, I feel like my generation is becoming the old folks, and now we're saying everybody wants to be a digital creator, right? Or an influencer or whatever. And it's been that way for some time, but it's just things that I think about at odd times of the night, from videos that I may watch on the internet or things that I see when I'm out in public. But I'm not around a bunch of strange people. I find myself strange and unusual, right? But I'm not around other weirdos that's just running to shove a camera in your face after you had a serious accident, right? I've seen other people, after they've had accidents, they record themselves, but I mean, it comes in handy. It may be good documentation for recording something, I don't know. But what I mean by a bunch of people with mental health disorders pointing cameras in people's faces, right? Again, everything isn't a prank. Everything isn't funny. It may be funny only to you and yours, right? I talked about how that can get you into some trouble. If you're in the grocery store, right, and you see a crime being committed, if you can go undetected and maybe get a good video of the suspect on camera, right, that's one thing. As opposed to, same case scenario, ladies in the grocery store, she slips and falls, she's seriously injured and requires immediate attention, right? And without being in harm's way, you can actually assist this individual. But you have some people that's going to find that hilarious. They're going to record it. The lady's there with a broken hip. She's somebody's grandmother. She's somebody's mother. She's somebody's aunt, right? And they're hovering over her, getting footage to later post on another app just to get views, right? That's where I take issue with it, right? I'm not telling you worst case scenario, a crime is being committed and you should get footage. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, stop pointing cameras in people's face at the wrong time. There have been plenty of videos where everybody wanted to be around for a fight and record a fight. And people are going to do what they want to do. People are going to watch what they want to watch. I understand. Content that's there to educate you in some sense or teach you something in some sense, it doesn't get viewed as much as the ratchet. And me and my friends, we talk about this all the time on another platform. It seems like the wicked and the ratchet get more views than people that's actually out here trying to help, right? Or people that's actually out here who seem to be functional individuals in society, right? It's always those people that don't appear that functional. And now, granted, some of these things are scripted, so that's why I say it's kind of hard for me to give y'all the good scenarios and separate what's scripted and what's not scripted. But just use common sense, and you'll kind of get where I'm coming from with that, right? Um, if I fall down, help me up, y'all. Like, if you see an old lady or an old man fall down, help them up. Like, you don't have to pull out your camera to prove that you did it. Just let that be your good deed for the day, right? Let that be, oh, if my grandma or if my mom was in this situation, I would want somebody to help them. Let that be that for that exact reason, right? Because there is a sense of an invasion of privacy. Not many people talk about that, right? You have some people that are introverts, you have some people that are extroverts, and you have some people like me that's an ambivert. But if I'm out, and God forbid something happens to me, I don't want to end up on somebody's personal cell phone footage, um, and they're notifying the world and the internet before my family even finds out about it. That's how deep I think about it, right? So that's my purpose for this episode, is to try to shine some light on things that for some is common sense, for others it's not. Um, and I don't even think common sense is common anymore, y'all. And if y'all hear some rumbling in the background, that's the star projector. I didn't think about that when I left it on. But that's essentially the message that I'm trying to deliver, or the statement that I'm trying to make about people with mental health issues pointing cameras in other people's face, right? It's not always necessary. In most cases, it's never necessary, right? Unless you witness something tragic happen and there's just no one there to be a witness, or they've met their demise or what have you, and you're acting as an advocate for that person, then that I can understand. But to zoom in and to get all the gory details and like later post it on social media app is crazy. But that's my opinion, right? I mean, it's no different from people going to funerals and taking pictures of people in the casket, right? Everybody, I think we live in a world where everybody wants everything instantly. Like, some I don't even want to age myself and make myself sound old. There was a time back in my day, no, I'm just playing. There was a time where you learned about things after they happened, which is good and bad for some people, right? Some people have different ways of looking at that. Some people feel like, I want to know, I need to know everything, I need to know it right now, right? Some people feel like, if it's meant for me to know, I'll know it. And that's where I'm at with it. Like, in most cases, unless it's something serious going on that I know about, that I know friends or family is going to be involved about, I don't even watch the news. Like, the news is depressing, y'all. And for my line of work and my previous employment and the employment before that employment, like, I was living it. Like, I didn't want to turn on the news to watch it because I've lived it. I've been through it, right? I've seen it. I haven't seen it all, but I've seen a lot of it, right? So even I have some relatives that feel the same way, right? Every time you turn it on, something bad happened. Every time you call home, something bad happened. Every time you open up an app, something bad happened, right? Bad, 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 bad. And half of the time, it's not even the news that's delivering it to you, right? It's either somebody who's finding it funny, somebody who just happened to be at that place at that time and not thinking about everybody else who's going to see it. They just know they were there and they got to get the first shot, right? And then they post it. Um, I can think of a time that I lost a couple of family members, and I won't even say that we were close. We hadn't talked to each other for years, but I didn't find out from the family that I've lost those people. Right? I was waiting on confirmation at best from one of their siblings, or someone more closely related to them than me, to find out what actually happened. Right? But again, you have a lot of social media. I get tongue twisted, y'all, so if I can't say social media. You have a bunch of social media news reporters, right? That, oh, this happened to such and such, and they post it. I got a video of this. Let me post it. And the family hasn't even had time to properly assess what happened, right? And I'm gonna be honest, I can't stand those people. And everybody's not gonna feel how I feel. Everybody's entitled to feel how they feel. And these episodes might turn into therapy sessions, because it's certain things that I won't say keep me up at night, but when I can't sleep at night, my mind wanders, and I start to think about all of these things. So as I'm thinking about them, in order to get it off of my mind, to help me be at peace and to help me sleep, I write it down and I put it in as a topic, right? But I'm not harming anybody. No names will be mentioned. No, it won't be obvious of who I'm talking about in these scenarios, unless, you know, one of them watching it and they know, whatever. I told y'all I will tend to ramble. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of my thought. Like, I can go on and on and on, but I'm not trying to edit a 30-minute video, y'all. But please just stop pointing cameras in strangers' face. And a lot of y'all have mental health issues that have been undiagnosed, unchecked. And y'all are a bunch of loose cannons. But that's just where I'm at with it. I'm gonna end this video and move on to the next episode. Peace.